I welcome everyone to the channel to refute any position that I've made. Now, the beauty about it is I may be the messenger, but I already got guys and gals in the gaming industry space that are executives of these companies, and even some with data-driven analytics that actually come out here and give us the information that we're lacking enough of the time. In fact, you see this tirade from this user who's spamming this video that I made say things that have nothing to do with the argument that I made in the video. So let me go ahead and reiterate the argument, okay? Let's say I will say a talking, fish or a rock that just stated, well, Xbox and PlayStation are both third-party developers because they've been publishing their games in other platforms. And I swam away in the water. Would that statement be true or false? If the statement is true, then we need to go check these other platforms to see if their games are being published there. If the statement is false, then we will not find their games being published on those platforms. So when we went to those platforms and checked and said, okay, are they going ahead to publish their games on other platforms? And we looked at Steam and we saw that, crap, there are like 22 PlayStation games on this platform. I'm not joking. They're literally like 22. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And there is the game coming, The Last of Us Part 2, which is coming April 3rd, 2025, 22. 22 pieces of evidence that show us that PlayStation is a third-party publisher. Okay? Now, somebody else is like, oh, well, if they don't publish on a different console, it doesn't mean that they're not fully third-party. Well, that doesn't matter. They're already third-party. But if you're looking for a console where they've published, well, let's go check Nintendo Switch. Let's see if, they actually have a game published on the Switch. Let's go ahead and see, all right? And so we're like, well, just to entertain the joke, even though we know we don't have to actually follow this standard, because the standard of being a third-party publisher is that you publish outside of your platform if you already own one, right? Just as Netflix is not obliged to publish anywhere else, they're a first party, but they host other people. So we go to Nintendo Switch and we scroll down. We're like, who published this game? And it says PlayStation Publishing. And we're like, isn't this another console? And so that fish has won the argument over 1,000 PlayStation fanboys. Okay? Nemo. They're not even VG. Nemo won. I open up my freaking comment section. I see rows of YouTube users. Shout out to you. You say, VG is not a PS fan. He attacks Sony in every video he makes. Can't fool anyone who's not gullible enough to believe his words. The fish is still beating you. You haven't refuted what the fish said. It's the same person. Pure Xbox website is like a funeral. Xbox fans know it's over for them. The fish is still beating you. Rows of YouTube. Then he responds, the same video, guys. This is not like it's different videos. VG is a conspiracy nutface reality dude. I seen many Xbox YouTubers admitting the truth. The fish is about to fry you. You should be frying that fish. I don't know why you're about to basically switch roles. Then you said there's no competition. Xbox lost the console war. They are done. As a console company, their next device will be Windows-based. Fact is, Bandai Namco knows the game is ports will not sell on Xbox. This is why they're not interested in... This is why I block a lot of these people. Empty vessels make the most noise. They make a lot of noise. They're not really interested in refuting the arguments made in the conversations. I know people will say, blocking people, that's just kind of this. And no. I don't need distractions. I need to get to the root of the matter. It's okay. They can create a separate account and continue. But by the time they've created a second account, we've already blazed ahead with the fish, pretty much showing us what these executives are saying and us seeing what the companies are doing. It's all a distraction. Now is a heavy news cycle. In the slow news cycles, I'll entertain them, I'll banter with them, and all that. But a lot is coming out. Black with Wukong and the PlayStation, gentleman, Phil Rosenberg, who has just newly been indicted into the VG Debate Team Hall of Fame, came out and told us that they have a team. They have a team. Let me show you guys. This is some really interesting stuff. Because like I said, I want to make 24 videos on this stuff. I have to. They have a team that worked with Annapurna Games very early on, games like Stray. which was an exclusive game. The same approach also led to our support of Genshin Impact, Black Myth Wukong, and Stellar Blade. All these games just happen to be console exclusives, yet there are people who want to come out here and say, well, you know, they worked on Callisto Protocol. Don't worry, I made the video of that. You should have seen it by now. If you don't see it, I already basically went ahead. Because I know exactly, it's weird. I know where you're going to go. We're playing a game of chess. I am determined to make sure that we follow the same rules. You might win the game of chess. I'm not saying that I'm going to win. No, I don't care to win. I just want us to play by the same rules. That's all. That's exactly how you have sensible discourse. It's not by droning and throwing out all of this nonsense. Dude, whether or not Xbox dies, it doesn't change the fact that PlayStation is a third-party publisher. Like if Xbox self-imploded tomorrow, something that wouldn't even bother nor faze me as a PC gamer, I've said this before, it won't bother me. Even if Steam imploded, like as a PC gamer, you know that, right? Have you ever thought about it? Like if Steam like literally imploded. So? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so what? The truth is, PlayStation is a third-party developer and publisher. Their games and their name are on other platforms that you can find. In fact, even on Xbox, as a third-party developer for Xbox with their game, MLB The Show, even though it is published by MLB, who does not make games, by the way, but is somehow publishing a game that their own studio, San Diego Studios, or the only game, not even the game, that's the only game they make. And people have to come in here and try to gaslight. Because I told them, watch, more and more PlayStation is going to be shipping these games elsewhere. Do you know why? Let me tell you what's going on. This kind of argument is really strange because many of you so-called PlayStation fans, you've argued yourselves into a box. You like making these strong, concrete, no flexibility arguments. So when things change, which it will do in a changing market, you have to run around and try to maybe run cover for your earlier positions because your earlier positions, they literally just fall apart like a house of cards. The way you can argue is to leave room to be very wrong. You will always have good arguments. If you leave room to be wrong, your arguments are always going to be good because we are all human. But the PlayStation fan has tried to elevate themselves above every other gamer, so they always constantly get their Icarus moments and fall so stellarly, and we all have to sit there and look at it. And so what do they have to do? Some of them would admit that they were wrong. To very few. The others, no, they start hurling insults, which is what we call Ad-Hominems. It's when you attack somebody when you don't have anything else. You don't have any way else to defend your position, which has just basically been tossed by the wind. I just said this. A small, tiny, itsy bitty little fish is still beating you in this argument, and nothing you've said has been able to go ahead and make any sense. And you know what's the crazy thing too is, maybe some people might think of it from a console war perspective that PlayStation going third party is this, but in my own perspective, I see it as them just being a regular company that now is ready to come in and make money the right way. That's all I see. The days of them doing the things that they've done before are over. They have now finally awoken a beast. And man, now they really gotta work hard. And you know what I mean by they gotta really put in more effort. No longer are they gonna just coast on the curtails of their old business strategies. That's not how it works anymore. I've been shouting. So, if you're gonna make any statements about VG or his character, at least refute my arguments, then we can probably talk about my character. Okay? I'm an idiot. I mean, shoot, I'm here on YouTube and all that, but sorry, it's not that easy to just access my character without at least addressing the argument at hand. Because if you were to basically refute the argument, it'd be easier to attack my character. But no, you're not allowed. You've not been granted access yet. So hold that block. Rose of YouTube, or create another account and let's get back at it later. But it's okay. Would have covered a lot more news, hopefully, by the time you actually realize that I blocked you, because this video isn't coming out for a while. I've known your account for a while. You're kind of a menace. It's insane, though. It's like that unruly child in your classroom that you kind of have to, put in a corner somewhere. Sheesh. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace out.